14-year-old Lazar Paroski wants to help other kids in KW with their math skills. He recently received a grant to build a math wall in Morrison Park with learning tools to help teach math outdoors. Right now, he's adding the finishing touches to the design before it's installed this July. Our own Carmen Ponciano went to visit Lazar in his home to talk about why he wanted to build that math wall.
Well, when I was a kid, I kind of always liked math. Like, it was just one of my favorite subjects. I don't really know how to explain it. I was kind of just more drawn to math. So that's kind of how I figured out how I have a passion for math. So the math wall is basically all the tools you'll have on the wall in your classroom outside. So the kids, it's not like, it makes it a lot easier for them to do their homework, and it's also in a fun setting. So you'll have things like the times tables or like equivalent fractions and little reminders like that help the kids a lot.
How did you come up with the idea?
So I was browsing the internet and I ran across the Love My Hood website, and then I saw the placemaking challenge grant, and then I thought, oh, like I can maybe do something. Okay. So then I remembered that a couple months passed, I saw that the EQAO scores in our area were a lot lower. So I'm like, oh, I could do something to fix math. Then like a couple days later, I was scrolling around Pinterest, right? And then I saw like these people, they like kind of just made a music wall. And like they flipped a couple garbage cans over, and they were like drums and everything. And that got me thinking, like, why can't I make a math wall?
So you had a couple of workshops, right, to get an idea of what you wanted on the wall. Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, so we had like some consultations with the kids, and then we gave them stickers to each, and then they could vote on the two things they like the most out of the options I gave them on the math wall. And then there's a section where they can draw or write anything that they're missing, like that they would like on the math wall. And then we compiled those results, and that's how we're going to figure out what we want on the math wall.
Because people won't be able to see what we're looking at right now. Kind of walk me through what we're looking at here.
So we have an area with equivalent fractions. It shows that 1 whole is equal to 1/2, etc. You have your simplifying fractions, which shows that if you have like 24 and 40, you can divide it by 2 on each like side, and then gives you 12 on 20. Now this is probably my favorite one. It's math keywords. So math, like a lot of kids can like do 4 plus 2 really easy. Like they can just do it when it's a simple equation. But when it goes into word plot problems, they struggle a lot. So there's an area with addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and they have all these keywords that you'll find in word plot problems, which will tell you what equation to do. So like maybe you'll see times in a word problem, then you'll know it's a multiplication, and so on and so on. Then we have here, which is converting kilometers to hectometers. Now here, this is kind of for the younger grades. You have reminders for addition, subtraction, long multiplication, and long division, because sometimes they know how to do it. It's just they forget like one little step, and just seeing like an already done equation will help like refresh their memory. You have your BEDMAS that shows all the steps of BEDMAS. And then you have your equations to find the area and volume of a rectangle and rectangular prism, so on and so on. And then down here, we have our 4 interactive activities. So we have an abacus, a calculator, a geography mirror, and a clock. So with time, they could spin the clock around and see the differences.
Want to take a walk to the park and show me where you want to put this?
Sure.
Thank you. Kind of walk me through what you envision in this area.
So we're going to have, these 2 trees are going to grow and provide shade, which is kind of nice in like the future. And then we're going to have the math wall here, the accessible table somewhere around here. And then we'll have maybe like a stone dust path coming in, and then it will like cover the area of the math wall and the table. And then, you know, the kids can play a bit, come down here, do some math, and go back and play.
And so what are you hoping kids get out of the math wall once it's up and built?
Well, I'm hoping it will help them with their math homework, and the ultimate goal is for it to make math fun, so more kids enjoy math.
14-year-old Lazar Paroski from Kitchener. He recently won a grant that will help build a math wall that will help kids with their math skills. He was speaking with our own Carmen Ponciano there. If you want to see the math wall and see what it'll look like, head over to our website, cbc.ca/KW.